And we're live. Hello everybody, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. I clean my glasses. They're dirtier than I thought they were. Good gravy. Why? All I did was sit there. Hello Verk, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here, my dear. How are you? Clean my glasses here. Man, why are you so dirty? There we go. I can see. Perfect. Alright. Okay, let's actually head back to Ouroboros while I get set up here. You're doing great. That is excellent. Glad to have you here. Hello, Dabs. Welcome, welcome. How is everybody today? Hope you're all doing fantiddly-tablis on this fine transmogging day. So welcome to Transmog Day, everybody. Again, we are doing more Shadowlands Covenants because I need to finish that on my characters. Because I had the choice between, well, I could work on the archaeology stuff right now, or I could finish these Covenant campaigns on my alts. So I figured we'll just do some Covenant campaigns for a while. Get that out of the way. So, yeah. How is everybody? Hope you're all doing fantabulous. Oh, what a lovely day. There we go. Nice and gray and cloudy outside and cold, just like I like it. It's crackin' weather. Indeed. I got amazing news. My new coffee machine is here. Awesome! Well, hopefully it's a good one, and hopefully you like it. That's always a wonderful addition to the family. Yes. It's sunny here for a change. Nice. Yeah, it's not sunny here. It's definitely all overcast here, but that's fine. I don't mind. Not one bit. Alright. Okay, let's see. What is today? The 13th? Blech. I need to do my taxes probably either today or tomorrow. Blech. Don't want to do my taxes. Oh well. Such is life. C'est la vie. Okay, so let's get down there and change covenants here. Let's see. Where's my list? Yuck, taxes. Yeah, I know. I always put them off until like the last minute. Like, they don't take me very long. It's like only a couple hours, but like, still. Bleh. Such a pain. I'm like, you already know what I made for this year, IRS. Why do I even have to report it to you? Seriously. You already know what I did. You watch me all the time. What do I do with my list? Where's my list? Where's my list? Where's my list? Oh, that's right. It's in my other. There it is. Okay, so I did Venthyr. I finished that last night. So I need Kyrian on this character. Other way. Alright, let's swap to Kyrian. And we'll go do that campaign. Get that over with. And then after that, I just have one more character to do. So that'll be nice. IRS stands for I really suck, just like taxes. Absolutely. That's funny. Alright. Let's see. Where am I at with them? A little dark. Kyrian now, right? Yeah. Don't even see my thingy. Guess I have to fly over there to pick up the quest. Oh, I can just take the flight or thingy. There you go. I owe thousands this year. I hates it. Oh no, that's not fun at all. I don't know if I'll owe anything or not. Probably not, because I think they raised the poverty line again not too long ago. And no matter what I do, like, I'm always below it. I think it's 20,000 or something now. So I don't usually owe anything, but, you know, it's kind of a pain in the ass because I have to get all the way to the end of it. And they're like, yeah, you don't actually have to do your taxes because you're below the poverty line. And I'm like, then what did I just spend the last 2 hours for? I'm not paying you for this. Seriously. So irritating. Oh well, what do you do? Joys of that. Okay, we got that. Pick up this. Just pick up everything. Pick it up. Perilous Journey. There we go. That's the one we want. Okay. And we'll pick up this one. Okay, any other quests anywhere? Oh, there's one over here. Pick up that. Okay, anyone else have a quest? I don't think so. Okay, so let's hide that. And that. And that. And that. And that. And now we have our... Oh, Maldraxxus. Meet Xandriate, Spider's Watch, and Maldraxxus. Oh, okay, I see. I'm 4 of 9 on this one. Okay. I just came from... I just came from, Revendreth, but still. Right. I don't need those. Those are the weeklies. Alright, back we go. Flight point. Okay, Maldraxxus up there. Alright, flight point time. Whee! What do you do? It's okay. Alright. Well, oof. How is everybody today? Hope you're all doing fantabulous. Yes, yes. I'm super excited for 10.1. Like, I'm actually ready for it for once, so I got everything I wanted done, so it can't get here fast enough. I'm like, yes, please. More, please. Yes, please. 10.1, please. Yes. I'm excited for that. Absolutely excited. I don't want to do my taxes. I need to put a little note or something that I need to remember to do that today. Because otherwise I will forget and not do them. Because I think I have until the 18th or whatever they said, but you know. Taxes there. Made a note. I remember to do my taxes after this. I don't wanna, but I need to. Who knows? I might not even have to file again this year. Oh. But that's okay. I think the poverty line is 20,000 now. It used to be 10,000, but I don't know. I'll have to look. Let me look real quick, actually. I'm not sure. Hello, Aileroon. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Evening to you as well. What is the Oregon poverty line? Poverty level. If I could just spell poverty level for 2023. I guess it'd be 2022, wouldn't it? Wow, it's already, it's like up to like 30k, 29k for an individual. Man, I swear I'm never gonna catch the poverty line. They keep raising it. Like, I keep making more. Like, alright, cool. I'm doing pretty good this year. And then they raise it again, and I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm never gonna be above the poverty line. Whatever. It's fine. Just means I don't have to do taxes. I mean, I'll do them anyway, see if I get anything back, but, you know. Inbred scrolling TikTok for 3 hours. I know the feeling. I usually do that with Twitter. Because I get a bunch of WoW news and stuff on my Twitter, so I just check that out and see what's going on in the WoW world. You know. Are you 40? Ha, got him. What, me? Or Dabs? YouTube shorts. I don't really like YouTube shorts, but it's not really my type of content anyways, so, you know. Oh, Dabs got ya. Yeah, because I'm 30. But I'm still old. I'm an old lady. And it's not because of my age. I'm just like, that newfangled TikTok and YouTube shorts. Shakes fist. You know. To be honest, I've been overly drained and the darkness seems to want to come back, so I gotta be careful. Totally understandable. Yeah. Totally understandable. Assuming you're referring to, depression. I know the feeling. I fight with that on occasion myself. It hit me particularly hard this year, but I think I'm finally starting to recover after a new, like, 4-month record. Jeez. Yeah. So I know I'm right there with you, Aileroon. I feel it. Hello, cool name. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome to some more transmog stuff. Oh, flying with Xandria again? Alright. Lift off. Alright. I'm doing great. How are you? I am doing fine. Doing pretty good. Just figured we would do some more, Shadowlands Covenant stuff. I know it's super exciting for everyone, but, you know, needs to be done, because I gotta finish now just the Kyrian campaign on my Demon Hunter here, and then I just have my Mage, and he doesn't need all of them either. He needs Kyrian, Nightfey, Necrolord. He's already done Venthyr, so just 4 more campaigns, and then I'm done. At least with that part. It's just farming, anima farming, until my eyes bleed. After that. Yay, fun. Exactly. I didn't know actually people actually watch shorts. Yeah, they're apparently, like, quote-unquote popular, but I don't know. I know my YouTube content creation stuff keeps trying to push them at me, but I'm like, I'm just not into them. Thank you, Sedated, for the resub. Man, 6 months. You're an OG. Thank you so much for the resub. Super appreciate your continued support. And I hope you, I mean, obviously you feel like your money's worth it, so I definitely appreciate it, because, yeah. Man, 6 months. I can't believe people have been supporting me for 6 months. And not even just here on Twitch, like, that includes, like, Patreon and YouTube itself. Like, I have a few people on Patreon that have been supporting me, like, since I started, and they haven't stopped. And I'm like, I love you, but you're crazy. Dang. Well. It's those people that are the lifeblood, so I appreciate it. Thank you for understanding. Of course. Had to be, fun to be had by all, so sorry. No, you're totally fine. Man, there's so many graphical glitches with poor Shadowlands. They really need to fix it. I can't send shorts and reels and stories, but every company's pushing them so hard. I know, I'm the same way. Like, I have nothing against them necessarily. It's just they don't interest me. I get bored with that sort of stuff. So, I don't even watch TikTok stuff. Like, I kind of liked Vines when they were around, but I don't know, I'm not really into that. So I just, you know, they keep trying to push me to do it on YouTube, and I'm like, why would I do something I don't even watch? Like, if I was actively a part of that sort of stuff, like that genre, and I was like, yeah, I love watching this, then I'd totally make some, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old. Who knows? I don't share it. Oh well. I don't actually watch them. I pretty much scroll watch for 5 seconds and then scroll to the next. Ah, that's pretty funny, honestly. It's the least we can do, Kraken. Social media do you default to? Yeah. It's like they push too hard that it turns you off to them. Yeah, pretty much. Like, I might have warmed up to it eventually, but they're just like trying to cram it down my throat. And I'm like, please stop. I really don't. They're like, but monetization though. And I'm like, I'm sure I could be monetized with it, YouTube. I have it enabled, I know. But I don't want to. It's fine. Leave me alone. Ah. Yeah. Jeez, Andrea. Ah, well. Like, who knows? Maybe one day, but that day is not this day. Oh, I can do this while flying? Dude. I didn't know that. Nice. They're just tools. Even if you don't really care about them, you're being forced to or fade into obscurity. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Alright. Okay. Pick up from you. And from you. There we go. Alright. This poor big belly guy. Someone stole their belly buttons. A mad surgeon on the loose. Make what now? Those done YouTube short videos? Yeah, the YouTube shorts. Because, like, to me, they're very similar to TikToks, and I'm not into either of those type of content personally. I don't even watch them. And I keep getting notifications on my YouTube like, hey, have you checked out this thing? Like, not from, like, the people posting stuff on YouTube. I mean, like, YouTube itself. Because I've been a content creator for 4 years now, and they're like, did you try your shorts yet? Have you posted the shorts yet? How much money have you made with it? And I'm like, nothing. None. I don't like them. Please go away. Leave me alone. Gosh. Like, we need you to take a survey about how well you like them. I'm like, I haven't even used it. Stop. Oh well. Not today, Satan. TikTok is like easy to hack too, am I right? Apparently. I'm not even up on the news with it because I never really use it. Like, if I was actually using it and into that sort of like content, I'd probably be totally right there with a lot of folks. But also the monetization on TikTok is awful. Just by the way, kind of looked into that, and it would take me a good few million views to make the equivalent of what one of my videos makes. So it's like, ooh, all right. I'm not gonna be getting that kind of views ever on TikTok, so I'm just not even gonna bother. That's too hard. That's too far-fetched for my taste. Yeah, they're trying to take TikTok's viewer base, but it's happening like any other feature. The trends are old and cringy. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like at this point. Wait, short YouTube videos? What? Say hi, I'm Kraken Latte. Thanks, please tune into my next YouTube video. Like, right? Well, I think they push it. Thank you, Labot, for the resub. Super appreciate your continued support, because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working and doing what I'm doing. So thank you so much. But no, like, I think I get a lot of pressure about it because my videos are usually very short. They're short form content, but they're regular videos. And they're not looking at the content, they're looking at the length. Guides don't translate very well into a YouTube short or a TikTok or something like that. But the length, they're like between 2 and 6 minutes long on average. So I think they're looking at that length and be like, dude, you need to make a short with that. And I'm like, what? No, guides don't translate to that type of content very well. I already tried with TikTok. I have a TikTok. It didn't plan out very well because I would have to like redo the video to try to fit that content, and what's the point of making the video twice? I don't have time for that, you know? I don't know. It's just, I tried it, I didn't like it, I'm not gonna go that direction, I don't think. I know I need to Google what I'm saying. TikTok isn't like known to be somewhat insecure. I've heard. I don't know. I don't really care either way. I mean, what are they gonna get from me? They already know everything about me. You know? Well, I'm no expert. I've just heard rumors, yeah. What? This guide is short? Pretty much. Your guides tell what you need to do if you want to get or do something. No added nonsense. Yeah, precisely. Unfortunately, though, I do need to figure out how to meet the minimum 8-minute length. That was something I was stressing about before I took a minor break. I don't know if anyone noticed, but because unfortunately, I'm, you know, not pulling the views that I used to back in BFA, and it's a little disheartening. My subs are going up like crazy, but my views are going down like crazy, and I'm like, what's going on here? I'm confused. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, right. It's this one. Whoops, I didn't want that. No, darn it. Oh, well. But, so, I need to figure that out, but I don't know. Honestly, I probably just need to talk a little slower, because I do kind of whiz through my script a little quick with no breaks. You know, that speedy West Coast talk. So, I'll probably fix it. Oh, darn it. I wasn't paying attention. I mean, you could make a short that is like a CTA to your new video on different subjects, but if you feel like it's fakey, don't worry. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I've thought about that too, as like using it for more promotional stuff. Like, I might dip into that once in a while, if it's like something really big I want people to see. Like, I was thinking about doing that when I do finish. I've taken a minor break, and that's why it's taken so long. But I was thinking about doing that when I finish my my leveling guides, because like, as mad as I am at them, I do want to finish my 1 to 60s. Announcement. Let me make a note of that just so I remember, because I don't actually have that written anywhere. On YouTube Shorts. So like, you know, I could do it for that. But otherwise, yeah, it would feel kind of fakey to me. And I think that's kind of my thing, is I don't like pushing stuff that I'm not into. Like, if I feel like it's fake, I don't feel like it's me, or it's not something I would use myself, I'm not gonna put it out. Like, maybe I'm too honest, and that's why I'm not doing so hot in this economy. But still, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's a me thing. There's no burbs over here. I need a burb. There we go. Apparently it's data stuff. If we believe any of our if we believe any of our data is safe nowadays. Tired of caring, honestly. Yeah, I know. Like, unless they're ripping off my money, I don't really care what people know about me. To be honest, I'm not one of those folks that's paranoid that people watch me when I'm on the internet. I'm like, I don't know. I'm okay. It doesn't bother me. I'm like, ooh, I play World of Warcraft and watch Game Grumps and stuff. I like Pokemon. Ooh, my data. I mean, like, I know it's more in reference to, like, security things, and I get it, but I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. It's like, real threatening there to me. What do you do? Lol, I know that's true. I tried watching TikTok, but let's be honest, the only reason people like TikTok is because it's a redesigned Vine. It's true and everyone knows it. Pretty much, honestly. Oops, I wasn't watching again. Oh well. I watch the videos at least 5 times and tell everyone to watch your videos, because if there's something cool to get or make profit, you have a video on it. Oh, well, thank you, Bunkers. I think I switched between calling you Bonker and Bunkers. I know it's Bonker, but... well. Can I get it up from here? No, I can't. Ugh, I hate that quest. It's not a quest you can not pay attention to. It became its own thing, and some people are really cool and creative, but the viewer base is predominantly very focused on looks, so it's kind of... I mean, a lot of people can offer that sweet content. Have to sell it in a very exposing way to get attention. Yeah, that's something I don't like about it, too. Like, you really, really, really have to sell yourself, it feels like. It's a very I don't know, TikTok has felt a lot more cutthroat. Like, you gotta be very out there to really get any attention. And I'm not the type to put out, like, comedy or skits or humor or, hey, look at me! I just do guides. Like, honestly, the most personal you're probably gonna get with me is this. And I have tried combing through some of my stuff. I have pulled apart a few clips from my streams that I think would be worth putting into like a compilation or, you know, saving, maybe putting on TikTok or something. But like, the problem is those moments that I feel are worth sharing, like resharing, are so few. I still don't have enough for a 10-minute video. So, you know, because it's all like 30 seconds worth of clips here and there. I don't know. There we go. It became its, where are we at here? Found a neuroscientist that explains a lot of cool, interesting stuff, but clearly feels pressured to showcase her chest to capture attention. Aw, yeah, that's never fun. Totally understandable, though. I get it. I suppose it kind of depends on how desperate you are, too, honestly. There we go. Now that's done. Because that's kind of the sad thing, it feels like. You really gotta sell yourself more than you'd be comfortable with to really make it. Like, with the exception of folks that have already been in the field for a decade. They got in while it was early. But for newer folks to get anywhere, kind of feels like you gotta be a little risky. Do we have a choice anymore, though, due to sheer volume? Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why it's kind of like, what do you do about that? I mean, one of those where we're already so far down the rabbit hole you can't turn around. Ah, well, what do you do? Good thing I got roommates. I locked myself outside. Oh no! Rip. Yeah, no one wants to come across as desperate. No. And, like, I know a lot of people probably are. Like, I could even be considered desperate, but I don't want to show that, you know? That's not couth, in my opinion. That's not proper. Like, I'm not, like, proper and couth and all that stuff. Usually, no, I don't know, it's a bit of self-respect, I guess. I have self-respect. I don't know. Not interested. I'm a very decisive person, so, you know. OMG, no, never. Yes. Yeah. Alright. Whoops. There we go. The choice is either do whatever you can to get some views and start developing your brand in a more appropriate way, or be hidden by dancing girls. Pretty much. And technically, I do have dancing girls. I have dancing pandas in my outro. Although they probably won't live too much longer. They don't really quite fit my theme I have going on anymore, so when I do redo my stuff on YouTube, once my VTube model is done, because I'm going to use that for it, that might not survive, but yes, you do. They're super cute. They are super cute. They just don't really fit me anymore, because, like, honestly, I didn't really know what I wanted to do originally. I went with pandas because I was like, what's the least offensive cute thing that I could possibly use? Pandas! Honestly, if Vulpera were a thing at the time, I would have gone with Vulpera because I like foxes. But my channel ended up not going that direction. And I'm rather embracing the Void/Kraken theme instead. I really believe in the new VTuber model, though. Even if your education says something different, being different is the only way to stand out. Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to just fully embrace what my brand is and not 100% adhere to my education. Because my marketing degree and my marketing experience says otherwise, but it does pan out, I think, quite differently in this type of market as opposed to a store or international corporation stuff like I used to be dealing with. Because I used to be big time. I used to work for a company, but, you know. House of Construct's alright. Oh, if you become desperate, add boobs to her design. I don't even know where I'd put them because she's got an octopus body. So I'm like, I guess I could put them on the ends of my tentacles. That's embarrassing. Hey, you are allowed to grow and change. I know, but it's definitely one of those things where, like, you do kind of have to be somewhat careful. Oh, I'm just dead already. Well, this is awkward. But, that's one thing you definitely have to be somewhat careful with, too, because the problem with growing and changing is a lot of the mass viewers don't like when people they watch change, because they come to them for who they liked. And they may only likely watch them for a specific type of content. And so if they do grow and change over time, well, there's plenty of people that would change with them. You know, be like, oh, I like the new you. A lot of people won't. And so you gotta change, like, very gently. Or you'll just alienate everyone. As you know how humans are. Boob tentacles. Boobticles. What did I walk in on? I'm inside now, that's what she said. My hard line in sand is, I'll get there, but with integrity, even if slower. That's what I'm trying to do, but man, let me tell you. When your peak was 4 years ago, and you still haven't been able to reach it again, it's kind of soul-crushing. Despite, you know, in your own eyes, having gotten better at what you do. So, you know, woof, that spun me around. Alright, that was dizzying. Okay, right, I need his heart. Where's the heart? Is it in here? How do get heart? Or is it just gonna appear? Probably. Maybe your definition of success needs to be updated? I mean, my definition of success, honestly, is making enough to be able to pay my bills. So, I feel like that's a pretty low bar. You know? If I can't even do that, then what am I doing? You know? Back to Bastion, it looks like. Alright. Oh, and I didn't answer you, Bard. We were just talking about, like, it just kind of evolved, but, like, how content creators, influencers, streamers, you know, how they present themselves, and when they get desperate. We were joking about, well, putting boobs on the VTuber model if I got desperate to try to get more views. Oh, it's kind of funny. Alright, that one's done. Wait for you to finish talking here. Last night I got extremely luck. I ran in Tourist, got a legendary, the Intern Charhound, and completed my quest in that one run. No sight though. RIP. Well, hey, that's pretty good though. Was constant growth the goal, or was a stable gang that really cares? It's either or. I'm just trying to, you know, reach back what I was. To comfortably actually make what I need to survive with YouTube. I need about 10,000 views per video. And I haven't been able to capture that since BFA. When everything I did for a year and a half during BFA, didn't matter what it was between 10 and 20k average. Ever since then, it's been a fraction of that. So, you know. Yeah. I mean, you know, going from that to a few hundred views per video in Shadowlands, and then for even part of Dragonflight, it still didn't really go back up. It just stayed in the, like, less than 3,000. But if I'm to actually pay my bills, I have to have about 10,000 views per video. Based on the ratio that I was doing, which was, at the time, 4 videos a week. So if I only do 2 a week, I need to do more than that. Are you two talking or something? What's going on here? Yep. Darkhaven. Okay. Flight point again. And that's why I'm a little frustrated, because it's been not great on YouTube lately. You are a queen to us. Aw, well, thank you. Yeah, I believe you'll find a way because the choice is clear. You're not going back. Yeah, like that's why I'm frustrated, and that's why I don't know if anyone even noticed or not, but I've taken kind of a hiatus on YouTube just because I got really upset about it because, you know, it's one of those things where, and just kind of a keeping it real moment for a second since we're on the topic. It's one of those things where my subscriber growth is going crazy on YouTube, which is great. But the problem with that is subscriber numbers really kind of mean nothing. You don't get paid for subscriber numbers, and a mere 5 to 10% of your subs will only actually watch your content. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And that's true for almost any content creator. That's just the metric of how that works for some reason. I don't get it either, but anyway, and kind of the issue is my subs are going up, but my views kept going down. Like, worse than they had been even in the parts of Shadowlands. And everyone's like, well, we'll just do some new Dragonflight videos. I'm like, well, I did, but they did worse than my older content. So I'm like, what's going on here? I don't know. It's really frustrating. And that's the thing, too, is people keep talking me up. Like all of you here love me to death, and I know you do, and I love all of you, and I keep seeing like, oh, hey, I know Kraken Latte. She's awesome. I love her guides. And like everywhere I go, my feedback is absolutely positive. Like I'm the best thing since sliced bread. But when I go back to YouTube, the views are in the gutter, even though the subs keep going up. So I'm just like, I'm confused. Something's not adding up here. You know what I mean? What's going on with that? I don't know. So that's why I took a bit of a hiatus. And I said, you know what? I'm frustrated with the leveling guides. I've changed a lot and grown a lot, and I feel like I'm doing better, but it's not working. So I'm just gonna set it aside for a little bit and focus on my Twitch. And Twitch has been growing pretty good, and I'm pretty pleased with it, and I really enjoy streaming, so that's what I've been sticking to for a while. So there you go. Oh dear, I saw your last video about Easter. Yeah, that's actually somewhat breaks the hiatus. I haven't made a video in a good couple months. Besides that. And besides the, whatever you call it. The monthly... Shoot, what's that thing called? The trading post. Because you have to do at least, you know, a video every once in a while to keep your monetization, and I'm definitely not going to lose that, but, you know. Oh, I heard a sub and a follow. Where's the follow? There it is. Thank you for the follow, Dystopian Warlord. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here, and I hope you enjoy your stay. And thank you so much for the resub, Bartosh. Super appreciate your continued support, because thanks to folks like you, I can literally survive. I can keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm not making that up. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh well. Does the length of time that they're up matter at all? Maybe your audience is slow? I don't know. Yes and no. Like, they do get more views over time, but kind of the problem is that I've noticed, even though I treat my channel like a type of archive, I prefer content that is fairly evergreen. So like a guide I did on heirlooms and how to obtain them that I did a while ago now back in BFA is still useful now because it hasn't changed. And, you know, stuff like that. Where am I going here? Opposite direction. But the thing is, unless it's really, really a popular topic, people don't go back and actually look up. Like, you would not believe how many times I've been asked, have you done a video on this? And I'm like, yes, here's the link. People don't look up content. So if it's not actively promoted by YouTube, unless someone searches for that video specifically, people don't look it up. So the time thing almost doesn't matter, because if it doesn't do well within like the first month, it never gets promoted again and people never look it up. I don't have any sleeper videos that have done really well suddenly, unfortunately. So it's a little cutthroat. Let's see. Well, you're great at Twitch, so that's good. Well, thank you, cool name. I have been really enjoying it. I would totally go longer than the 2 hours, and I do occasionally, but I'm trying to make sure I don't burn myself out on it, because as soon as I start getting tired, I'm like, alright, I've done my minimum 2 hours. It's time to, you know, call it good for Twitch for the day, just because I want to stream every day, or at least Monday through Friday. I take weekends off. So, you know. Well, YouTube seems to be just another marketing tool now instead of the actual product. For you, it seems that Twitch is the actual product. Pretty much, honestly. Which is really frustrating because that's the other side of it. I make quadruple the amount on Twitch as I do on YouTube. But it takes me quintuple the time, and I wish I was making that up, to make the short videos that I do for YouTube. And so, like, I had to cut back on my streaming just so I could keep up the YouTube stuff. And it was really frustrating. Plus some of the changes that Blizzard's made on various things have not made me very happy, but that's kind of a long-running issue that we won't get into. Hello, BG. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. We're keeping it real at the moment, so my apologies if that's not quite what you want to hear. Like, I'm in a good mood, I promise. It's just, you know, I just have to be realistic about things. Come here, you. Oh, where are we going? I missed it. So it has to be a catchy subject. Yeah, that's why I'm no good at content. Yeah, that's why it kind of sucks. Like, I don't mind if a video has lower views, technically. I honestly don't. But the problem is if I am treating this like a job, I do have to make income from it. And, you know, it's kind of one of those things that, like, what's that saying? Like, if it doesn't bring you joy, it doesn't bring you income, and it doesn't give you inspiration, why are you doing it? So, you know. It was absolutely the joy that was keeping it alive for YouTube. Like, I'm not quitting on YouTube, so nobody get that, you know, in your minds. I'm absolutely not quitting it. I'm just very frustrated with it right now. It's irking me to no end. Which is the only platform I know that does not push the concept of shorts. Yeah, probably because it doesn't really fit. I don't know that it could fit with streaming. Honestly. Just giggle for me now and then and we're good. Yeah, don't worry about that. I will definitely still be giggling here and there. So I know you like it when I giggle. I am told my giggles are infectious. I don't know how true that is, but, you know. Come here, you. You can be real and happy at the same time. Absolutely. Like, I'm in a pretty good mood. Like, I'm disgruntled and agitated, but I'm otherwise in a good mood, if that makes sense. Like, it's hard to explain. Just frustrated. Oh, you might want to consider streaming both on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I've heard quite a few streamers had a lot of success taking that approach. Yeah, see, I've definitely had the opposite. I actually streamed for a couple months on YouTube before I started on Twitch. And despite how much I promoted it, no one gave a crap. Because it's YouTube. And they're like, why aren't you on Twitch? And I'm like, well. And my streams got lower views than my guides did. I'd have to stream on a different channel because the thing too you have to consider is if you have something that does poorly, it hurts your algorithm and you'll stop being promoted. So you gotta be really kind of cautious about just throwing whatever on your main channel. And I do have a secondary channel, but it's not monetized anymore because it's sat for so long. Oh, you gotta pay to cross-stream, at least on slobs. Yeah, I think... Because I'm not allowed to post, like, my Twitch stuff, my Twitch VoDs on YouTube for 24 hours. So... That's why I just stopped doing that, because I kept forgetting about it, and I was like, it's not even worth it anyway. I get, like, 5 views for the VoDs. I'm not even gonna worry about it. But you don't have to do that on OBS? Gotcha. Sounds challenging, honestly. I see your point. Yeah, it's a pain. Like, if you don't care about the success of your channel, then it's not a big deal at all. But if you do actually care about actually trying to make, like, enough to survive off of it, even with it as a secondary income, because Twitch makes a lot more, then it's a little difficult. Where am I going here? Bell of transport ring, optional. Oh, okay. I don't need that. Oh, you can be all the things. I used to be. And I've often wondered if that's partly why my channel croaked a little bit. Because I wanted to do just whatever I wanted. But I had so much different forms of content that nobody liked. It killed the content that was good. That's what my analytics say. I just haven't recovered. So it's a little disappointing. Twitch has a better vibe in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I've seen too. I've been liking Twitch streaming a lot more than YouTube streaming. The platform is nicer to use. The people here seem better. At least, you know, in terms of the WoW community that I've been kind of hooked into. It's just worked out better. And the monetization for it, even though the rates on YouTube are technically better, it's the way the subs and gifted subs work. Because that's where my primary income is. Yes, I still have ads, but I make like nothing out of that, you know? People that like watching streams expect you to be here. Yeah, pretty much. They seem to have kind of abandoned trying streaming on YouTube. Totally understandable. Underground Barbie redeemed Hydrate. Ah, thank you for that, Barbie. Super appreciate that. Hydrate, everyone. Water is good for you. It's good for your throat. Yes. Okay. Where am I going? Where's the entrance? Here we go. Hello? Who has the item, I think? Ah, it's right there. There it is. Why didn't my sub sound go off? Sub sound must have broke. It does that every once in a while. Good ol' let me fix that real quick. Doot 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 doot. Wished you'd tell me when you broke. Why you gotta do this to me? Let's see. So back down to shine. There we go. Okay, anyway, where are we at? Thank you, Zabok Chicken. Zabo Chicken. Bo Chicken. I'm probably saying your name absolutely wrong, and I am so sorry. Thank you for the sub. Super appreciate that. Thanks to folks like you, I can work and keep doing what I'm doing, so thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Right, it's not easy being a content creator. No, and that's kind of the sad thing. It's way easier to be a streamer than it is a content creator. Gosh. Like, even if I wasn't, like, making much, like I didn't have the crowd here, this type of content is easier for me to make. Less time consuming. I don't have to write a script. I don't have to plan a video. I don't have to try to draft out everything that I'm doing. I don't have to, like, none of that. And I can see the allure. I can see why so many YouTubers will quit content creation and just go streaming. I don't blame them. This is so less stressful. It's almost painful, you know? Which annoys me because I do like making videos. It just, they're so time consuming if you make guides. So, you know. Why people be so darn touchy? Yeah, I feel that. Feel what you need to feel right now, but keep pushing. It'll be worth it. Welcome, stream test. It's just Zabo Chicken spelled incorrectly. Okay, perfect. I'm glad. Zabo Chicken. Perfect. Zabo Chicken. I love it. Great name. You always have... you folks that come in here have such fun names. I honestly love it. It's great. And see, that's kind of the thing, is I've been no-lifing YouTube content for 4 years now. And the problem is the results have only gotten worse. Like, that's what's disheartening about it. It's getting worse instead of better, despite my research, despite my efforts to improve, and, you know, all that. That's why it's frustrating. Did you know that people who think they're going to meet someone face to face, will leave constructive comments? If people think they will never see a person, they'll be ruthless with their comments. And when they actually meet them, they will change their comment real quick. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Well, I'm not too worried about, like, nasty comments. If anything, people commenting like that on my videos make the world go around because they're supporting the algorithm. That's the funny thing. Alright, sit in the char. Let's have a conversation, Countess. Yeah, the darkness wants to convince you that if the results are bad, you're bad. Like, I know I'm not bad. That's what's frustrating me, because everyone and their grandmother says I'm the best thing since sliced bread. And I believe them. Like, I love my content. A lot of people love my content. My subs are going through the roof on YouTube. Like, they're still increasing, even though I haven't done much for a couple months. And yet, my views, you know, before I took the break, are at an all-time low. And I'm just confused. You know? I don't know. It's hard to say. Then maybe Twitch is the right move. Like, I definitely don't want to give up on it, because I like guides. If I don't make guides, I'm not cracking Latte, you know? I enjoy that sort of stuff. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Not sure what to do about it. That's why I've taken a short break, just to kind of let it simmer a bit. Do I have to get up now? I probably do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Purple Night Flyer ridden. Okay. I need to talk to you? No. As far as I know, there is no negative publicity when it comes to YouTube. Like or dislike, comment, positive or negative. Yeah, pretty much. Like, as long as people are interacting with your video, it does not matter what they say about you. When you interact with someone's video, it's promoting them. Even if you're telling them your video is bad, your information is wrong, get out of here, it's promoting them. Technically, the worst thing you can do is not interact with the video at all. That actually is what sucks the algorithm out of it and tells it that people didn't like it. So, it's a very, like the old saying, it's better to be hot or cold than lukewarm. Well, it's very true with YouTube, because if you're a lukewarm content, like, people are like, oh yeah, that was nice. And then, you know, they watched it and then don't comment or like or anything. You know, then, you know, it doesn't promote it. But if people like super like, oh, that was the best thing ever, or oh, I hated you, then they comment. It's kind of funny. I don't get how they're supporting the algorithm, because it's activity. It's, if anything, any activity that is done on your channel, it doesn't matter what it is. They don't really pay too much attention unless it, like, something in it is flagged, like racism or something extreme. Which I can even flag that myself if I want. I gotta go this way. I usually don't bother, but it's an activity thing, not a actual content thing. I don't know, my feeling in general is there's a lot of need for honesty and more people will look for that. Wonder if anyone feels that too. Like, I felt that too, but after 4 years of things getting worse and worse, it's like, my honesty doesn't seem to be supporting me like it used to. You know? People want what's new and flashy, and not just straightforward facts so much. You know, in a general term. General, a blanket statement. Less studio quality, samey crap. Yeah, pretty much. Oh well. Like, I'm definitely not complaining necessarily, so don't think that. I'm just a little frustrated because in my mind, I feel like I've done better. I've improved, I've learned new tricks, my production quality has gone up, I've gotten better, you know, recording, better scripting. My writing, I feel like, is better, but it's just not panning out. So I'm like, alright. Question, why must we tear each other down when it is easier to build each other up? Because I think it's the opposite. It is actually easier to tear each other down. It's easy to not put any thought into what you're saying to someone. And it's a lot easier to frown and smile. Because, especially since most people's faces default that. You know? Hey, this is smart. Always a good thing for a min. Yeah, precisely. And there's a lot of people get corrupted by any bit of perceived power they get. Being anon, online included. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, what am I doing here? Actions speak louder than words. Okay. Some of these quests, like, they don't have a proper breadcrumb between the quests for some reason. So luckily they show them on the map now, but I'm like, no quests? What am I doing here? Oh well. That'll all make sense. Polarizing stuff is best. Pretty much. Powers of curse, indeed. So I'm definitely, because like that's the misconception I don't want strewed. I'm not looking to be like the best, super most badass, most successful streamer or YouTuber ever. I just want to make enough to pay my bills and just survive without having to go get a corporate job again. I worked corporation, I did marketing, I've done dispatch, you know, logistics dispatch. I used to give speeches for an international company. Suit and tie, the whole business. I hated it. I don't like it. I'd rather be a creative. And I really enjoy doing YouTube stuff, but enjoyment will only get you so far when you have debtors crawling up your ass. You know, bills to pay. People's expectations grow, absolutely. I just want to be appreciated. Totally understandable. And a lot of people appreciate me. Like, I've definitely hit the appreciation mark, but, you know, my needs aren't being met, unfortunately. So, I don't know. I mean, I hadn't meant to turn this into a venting stream, I apologize. That's just kind of how the conversation ended up going. Oh, you want me to fight it? Okay. Appreciate with more money, please, thanks. Pretty much. Pretty much. And that's not to say I'm not absolutely grateful for all of you that are supporting me. I absolutely am, and so please don't think that, you know, that's not the case. In fact, all of you supporting me here are the reason Twitch is paying me 3 to 4 times as much as YouTube is. Which really isn't even that much. It doesn't even break the quadruple drip digits, but still. Did you make it up here? Yep, there he is. There we go. Now I have the right quest. Okay. Take out these two. Here we go. Bent away. We're saying we're looking for honesty. True. Hello, Saga. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Welcome to some more transmog. Doing some Covenant stuff. I'm on the last Covenant. It's just the Kyrian Covenant campaign for this character. And then I just got a few campaigns to do on my mage. Speak to the curator. Alright. Hello, hello. Yes. But yeah, in terms of event, like, there's not really much more I can say. It's just one of those where the results are not matching the feedback type of scenarios. You know what I mean? Everyone says I'm the best thing since sliced bread or, like, peach pie, but... And the sub numbers are going crazy, but the views are going down and getting worse. So it's like... What's going on here? I don't know. It's fine. Elysian Hold. Okay, back to Bastion. So yeah, enough of that. There's not much more I can say on it, honestly. It is what it is, and I don't know, I'll figure out something. I'll figure it out. I'm just glad I went ahead and made the move to Twitch, because I was streaming on YouTube and it just wasn't working out. Twitch really does promote, like, while it doesn't have great discoverability, it does seem to be better just for streaming. It already has the community behind it. And I had thought for the longest time that people... Oh, thank you for the follow, Nia Smoke. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. And I hope you enjoy your stay. Hey, nice to catch you live here. Glad to have you here. Glad you could catch me. And I'm glad I could catch you. Waha, welcome to my stream. Yes. So welcome anyone new that's sliding in. We are doing some transmog stuff. Which is to say that this character... Oh, my bag must be full. Yep, I'm doing a little lag. Which is to say that we're working on some Covenant campaign things on my alts, because I need to finish that. Just delete that, I don't care. On my other armor mains, so that I can get transmog. That's what we're working on. Get rid of that. A lot of things I already know. Really wish it wouldn't give me duplicates. Okay. Good enough. Alright. Y'all need to give me the next quest. Next quest, please. Thank you for your cool videos on YouTube. You are absolutely welcome, Neosmoke. I am happy to do so. Happy to help. Twitch is also a lot better for the mods to deal with. Moderating YouTube during a live stream is hellish. I can imagine. I can imagine. Like, I don't actually really have any moderators here. Like, I technically have 2, but they're never around because they're more like honorary moderators. Because I don't really have a problem, honestly, with anyone here. I've only ever had to ban like 2 people. And the second one wasn't even directed at me. It was at Canary when she was here, so... Okay. So luckily I haven't had to do too much of that, which is pretty nice. Hearing campaign, I'm 6 of 9. Where's the next quest? Am I missing something? Somebody has to have something. Is it you? Dude. These campaigns do this every once in a while. They are not good with breadcrumbs. I don't know what's up with that. Does Adressius have the next one? Yep, he did. This was hidden. Okay, now I gotta go to Heart of the Forest. Take that flight point. There we are. Alright. Maybe just talking about this will raise your viewership? Maybe. But it's not... It's like, here, I'm doing great on Twitch. Even on low days, like, it's okay. It all pans out. It's just a YouTube thing. I don't know. I was doing the scavenger hunt for the Fathom Dweller, but it's so busy at the first orb. Oh, is it? I don't doubt it. I've heard that it's finally up after, what, 7 months or something? The Fathom Dweller Mount World Quest, which is pretty impressive. I got that all the way back in Legion, so I haven't really thought about it much. I don't even remember her. I guess he just said the orbs. I barely remember doing the orbs. I just followed waypoints after the secret community had discovered it. So... yeah. Oh right, the eggs. Gonna get back to that. Don't want to keep questing right now. Thanks, BG. Yeah, the eggs. Definitely. We still got, because it's not a 2-week holiday, so if any of you still need stuff from the Noble Garden, it's a 1-week holiday. So it ends next Monday. In fact, technically on Sunday for me, because it's like 10 a.m. in the morning. Seriously. Like 3 hours after reset. Pfft. So... or maybe even 2 hours. I don't remember when it resets now, if it's 7 or 8 because of the frickin' time change. But yeah, so definitely get on that. You all need to do that for show. I've been a mod for several Twitch and YouTube people over the years. Twitch is much preferred. I can imagine. For whatever reason, it seems like YouTube is a lot more toxic, which is odd, just because it's still, I would say, well, Twitch has less of that because it's a live platform. You know, people have to be here in person. But YouTube streaming is live too, so I guess that doesn't really match up. I don't know. Hey, how does it look outside where you live? It's cloudy, little drizzly, cold. Typical, late winter, spring-ish time, whatever. It's a beautiful day here. It's fine here. I like the gray, stormy weather. I prefer it. I'm kind of a vampire that way. The sun is nice and all, but bring me some rain. I farmed the mountain a few hours. Was smooth. Nice. Well, that's good. Scavenger hunt. What was that again? Yeah, the hunt for the was it talking about the orbs or the eggs? Yeah. I cheesed the Noble Garden toy today. Used my Horde tune, went to Falcon Square because Kraken did it, and then just ran around there for an hour and got the toy. Nice! Congrats. I know, isn't Falcon Square nice? Because something I had learned is, because they made it so up to 10 people can loot one egg for a few seconds, or however long it stays up, it's not very long, they lowered the spawn rate, which is really irritating. But, you know, whatever. YouTube has been around a lot longer. Not everybody knows about Twitch yet. I suppose that's true, but I mean, Twitch feels like it's pretty old by this point, because it has been around quite a while. Like, when was Twitch even started thing? When was Twitch started? 2011. Used to be... Twitch is a live streaming platform focused on video games. It was founded by Justin Ken in 2011, originally as a spin-off of Justin TV. Which Justin TV started in 2007. Yeah, 2011. Twitch is not a new platform. It's been around for 12 years? Is that 12? Math? No. 11. 12. Something, a decade. That's been around a while. It's definitely not new. I was gonna say, I'm like, as I've heard about Twitch for a long time, it's a pretty old platform by this point. The toxicity isn't the major issue, it's the technical actual doing the moderation part. A lot easier to Twitch. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, honestly, I just wish Twitch and YouTube would just merge. Like, I know that would probably make a lot of people unhappy, but having one platform to do all of my stuff on, and not having to be like, oh, I have to worry about my algorithm and separate it all up, because if I post this, you know, different type of content on my video, my main channel, it's gonna freak out. That would be nice, but, you know, what do you do? Alright, Winter Queen. Talk away. Yes, I would live my life in dark mode if I could. I'm in Colorado now. I lived in Washington most of my life. Miss the rain and gloom. Yeah, I do enjoy the rain and the fog and the mist and the cold. I'm just that type of person. I have to do that today. Nice. Welcoming Square is pretty, but it's also very orange and bright, so I can't be there too long before I get a headache. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not fun. My bad. No, you're fine. I used to be Justin TV. I email Twitch occasionally for my work, and you can tell who's been there for ages because their emails are still at justin.tv. Really, that's awesome. That's funny. People come to Twitch intentionally to be a part of the streaming community, while on YouTube, stuff just happens to you as a user and you react. Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of the vibe I got to when I streamed over there for a bit. Which I deleted all those streams. They don't exist anymore, so. Because they were hurting the algorithm. Alright. I know people ask for VoDs occasionally, but those aren't even that popular. I mean, I got less views on my Twitch VoDs than I did on my YouTube streams. So I kind of ended up giving up on that. Like, I'll just save fun clips once in a while when those pan out. Alright. Take me down, please. I learned about Twitch in 2020. Didn't make an account until 2021. Yeah, you're totally ahead of me on that one. I didn't make an account. Do anything with Twitch until November of last year. So, yep. I had no reason to. I couldn't even if I wanted to because of, I didn't have the internet for it. I mean, I got my internet, like, last summer, so that's why, you know, I streamed on YouTube for a little bit, but... Whoops, not you. This guy. There we go. I tend to prefer the darker zones because of that. Totally understandable. Goldshire and Argent Dawn has been really good to me, to be honest. I thought it would be chaos, but I have a nice route for eggs, and it doesn't seem to slow me down no matter how many people get there. Well, that's good. That's definitely good. Because it definitely wasn't that way when I was doing it for a bit on Moonguard's Goldshire. But that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. I got what I needed. I didn't need that much anyways. So that's done. Come here, you. No, stop talking to Wind Blossom. Beautiful. I love that one of my talents just summons a secondary, like, Demon Hunter guy. And he just eye-beams stuff for me and disappears. I don't know, that's so cool to me. I love it, to be honest. Doing a guide for leveling with the Diablo leveling boost? Maybe. We'll see. That's a strong maybe right there. Because I already have a leveling guide for Dragonflight, if you'd like to see that. Deuce, I have one. It's, in... whatever you call it. Leveling. Nope, that's not how you spell leveling. Wow. That's embarrassing. There you go. There you go. Yeah. As far as the 1 to 60s, I have a route. I've made the routes a gazillion times, and I'm just not happy with it, so I put it on a break for a bit, because I was getting to the point where I'm like, I'm burnt out and frustrated, and I knew if I didn't put it down, I'd quit. So, it's a strong maybe. We'll put it that way. But if you are worried about it, I can tell you right now, my current 1 to 50s from the previous expansion right now puts you around 57-ish. An average. It seems to vary a little bit. So if you do those with the 50% buff, it'll technically work. You'll hit 60. Especially if you have War Mode on. That's another 10%. But, yeah. Roots. Bloody roots. Yep, tell me about it. Well, and I'm very, very frustrated with some of the nerfs that... and the imbalance and inconsistencies and things that have been going on with Chromie Time. It's particularly bad, this expansion, and it's what's causing my frustration. I'm not gonna bore you with the details, but it's partly what has led me to take a minor break. So that didn't help either. Yep, it's a good one. Well, thank you, Deuce. I'm glad you like it. Doses. I honestly wish it could have been a little faster. I don't particularly care for the time on it, but it's alright. It is what it is. 'Tis what it is, and luckily them somewhat nerfing, whatever you call them, the profession first-time thingies, first-time crafts, didn't affect the guide too much because I didn't have you go over a level. I guess they capped it like you'll only be able to do a level and a half or something with it now. So I was like, oh no, they nerfed it. Never mind, it doesn't affect my guide. Woof. Because I tried to, if it makes sense, like, my levels I round down and time I round up. That way, on a user end, you'll always have better results. At least if you can match my time. Where's Grubby? I'm not finding Grubby here. Do I have to just keep killing these guys? Gain. Oh! I'm supposed to be using the dust so I can click on things. Whoops! My bad. A level with pet battles. I've gone from 40 to 60 with pet battle routes. Nice, nice. See, I had done some of that, but the problem is it bores me out of my skull. So I couldn't go that route. No pun intended. There we are. Nope. Maybe it's that one. Nope. Let's try this one. Nope. Not that one. Okay. Here's one. I hate the optional starter zone. I prefer the original starter zones for my alts. Gotcha. See, I like Exile's Reach way more than the original starter zones. It's so much faster. It's nice. And it's more consistent. That's the thing too, is it's actually consistent. A lot of the Chromie time stuff afterwards, it's not consistent. There we go. Agreed. 10 out of 10 dislike Exile's Reach. Really? I'm impressed. See, I like Exile's Reach way more than all the others. It's consistent. It's easy to do. Pretty fast paced. It's nice to look at. And it's a way better time and scores way higher than the other starter zones. So, you know. But hey, everyone can like and dislike whatever they want. No qualms with that. Is it this one? Finally! Good heavens. That one did not want to work. I found your grub. I like the RPG vibes of the originals. Totally understandable. Yeah, if you're not trying to be efficient and you haven't done them 10 billion times, you know, like I have, then I totally understand. Alright. What's going on here? Use the trick powder and then stand on the first mark. Oh, okay. I have a treat. Would you stop? I'm trying to stand on my first mark. So annoying. Stand on the second mark. Okay. Alright, glad that counted, even though it kicked me out. Well then. Let me through, please. Go around. Where are they at? Is it up here? There it is. There we go. Okay, enrich Lady Moonberry's soap. I can do that. Soap. Add purple petals. There we go. Excellent. Okay, now I can go back to Pelagos. Fairies. I'm torn. I've done too many exiles recently, and I feel like the race-specific zones kind of make me more attached to the character from the get-go somewhat. Oh yeah, totally understandable. Like, and from an RPG sense, I get it. The OG starting zones are superior on that front. I've just done them probably 80 billion times at this point, so I'm a little sick of them. I could probably quote the quests. Oh yeah, efficiency isn't normally what I normally go for. Although I have done them a million times, especially the undead one. Totally understandable. Kraken is right, everyone has an opinion. Oh yeah, of course. Specifically thinking about the undead one. Yep. That's funny. See, I'm not too into the undead, honestly. Like, they're cool and all, but I don't know. If they had better customization options, I'd probably like them more. But they're too zombie-ish for my taste. Never really was into the zombie genre. Alright, I need to do this. I need to kill these guys and burn these, apparently. Interesting. Alright, such a pretty zone. It is indeed. I love Ardenweald. One of my top 10 favorite zones. Absolutely. Ardenweald and Revendreth. So I really wish they'd bring back Threads of Fate or something so I could actually quest there. Please. Be great. I do race specific zones, and I'm trying a new race for the very first time. Otherwise going to Exile's Reach. Yeah, see, like, that's, for me, I've already done every race backwards and forwards with every combination of class. way too many times at this point. So that's like, I've already run the gauntlet, if you will. So I pretty much only ever go back there if I want to level a completely new character. But I haven't done that in a long time. Because I have a lot of characters, so. There we go. How dare! I love my undead babies. Although I'm still petitioning for my undead main lady to be able to remove her jaw like the males can. Can they not? Oh yeah, you're right, they can't. Huh. Ugh, another one of those gender-specific options. I hate that, honestly. Just let all the options be available for both male and female body types, please. Please and thank you. Have a nice day. Including hair, especially hair. Blech. Oh well. I love the Night Fight interquests. I like a play, but the play is kind of cringe. It makes it super funny. Exactly. I mean, they're fairies. That's why it's pretty funny. Any zone that Kraken in is a pretty zone. Aw, well, thank you. Yeah, I'm not super into the undead, honestly. I know. It's fighting words right there. But if they had the option to be sexy like Nathanos and or Sylvanas or something, and they didn't just look like zombie people, then I would probably be a little more into them. Otherwise, eh. Now, if they had a Lich option, though, like full-on Kel'Thuzad-esque Lich, I'd be down for that. Either like Banshee King, Banshee Queen, you know, or Lich. Like, those are the type of undead that I like. That's what I like. Yeah. Oh, you have a quest for me. Come here. Nope. Come here. Please stay in range. There we go. Did you notice that Blizzard changed body types from male and female to body type 1 and 2? Yeah, I noticed that. They did that quite a while ago now. That was back in... I don't even remember when they did that. It's been that way for a while now. It just makes it confusing to me, though, to be honest, because I never remember which one is which. But, whatever. The other weird thing about undead is that there's only undead human option. Yeah, it's because the playable undead that we have in-game are technically the Forsaken of Lordaeron specifically, which are humans. So, we don't have the undead of other races, or other cultures, other areas. So, you know, that's kind of the deal there, unfortunately. I do wish they would open it up and let us have more options. That'd be nice. Options are great. Maybe one day. There we go. Because honestly, and maybe this is controversial, I wish undead itself wasn't a separate race, but a customization option under each race. So you could be any class and any race and also be undead. I would like that, personally. Because I don't see being dead as a separate race. To me, it's just a state of being. It's a different state of being. Just like Void is or Fel is. But I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of people who disagree with me on that one. Lich sitting with a gnome at a table at an inn. Now that's RP potential. Absolutely. Like, only undead from Lordaeron, which kind of makes sense in Classic, but not now. Yeah, exactly. It made sense at the time, but, you know. Whoops. Wrong button. A state of unbeing, exactly. Well, we do, they're Death Knights. Yeah, but they can't be, like, they're just... It's different. It's a class. And they're not the undead, like, per se. They are, but it's a different type of undeath. They're an elite, cursed, blessed, however you want to look at it, death force, as opposed to just being a zombie, or being dead, or being a lich. Like, you know, there's a different variety. A state of unbeing, exactly. Great idea about option to be undead for all races. Yeah, see, like, that's what I would like. Be able to be all races, and have it not be its own race. That way you can be whatever you want. It's just a state of being, not it's a separate race. Because, I mean, if you think about it, like, so you take Joe Smith over here, and then he dies. Suddenly he's not human anymore? Because he's dead? That seems weird. You know? I don't know. I love that they added undead elf look to blood elves, at least with red eyes, etc. I agree. I really wish the red eyes were separate, and so that you could customize with different types of skin. Like they would maybe grab some of the Death Knight skins, but you know, still, it's a step. It's a step. I guess undead really isn't the race, it's Forsaken, like you say. It's the group of humans that got turned, much like troll tribes. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Because, like, the trolls were that way. That was another thing I was going to say. They were specifically the dark spear until they added a bunch of new skins. Or like the dwarves, not the dark irons, but the dwarves were just the bronze beards until they added all of the Wildhammer tattoos and options. So, you know, that kind of thing. But the whole organization between customization, race, and allied race is kind of a big old mess, in my opinion. It's so inconsistent. I would have done it totally differently, but, you know, maybe one day they'll clean it up. Here we go. Whee! Yay, we did it! Vessel of Ardenweald, give.
Job's done.
Excellent. Okay, back to Bastion. But then again, we have the Dark Rangers. We do, yeah. Zombie Worgen sounds epic. I would give anything to do that with my DK, right? Dwarf Heritage Armor is still a Bronzebeard too, though. Yeah, exactly. The Heritage Armor still reflects that. And unless they give it variants later, it will only be Bronzebeard. It's not including the Wildhammer, which is interesting. Place the crest. Okay. Placed. Alright. You've got a quest. And... oh, I go up here. Here we are. Dwarf Header... yeah, Dwarf Header Armor is still Bronzebeard. Unfortunately. Alright, while this is going, I'm gonna go ahead and take a short break because I'm gonna go make a coffee, go to the bathroom real quick. It's a good time since I have to wait for this little ceremony. And I will be right back.
Job's done.
Alright, I'm back. Okay. Turn that off. There we go. Okay. I got Grubby apparently. And was that the end of Kyrian? Where am I at with them? No. I have more. Closing in the bell tolls. Oh, they're still talking. Okay. Alright. You're probably gonna have another quest for me, aren't you, Adrestes? Yep. Okay, outside the Temple of Humility. And there's a quest over here. Hello? There we are. Nice. Alright, down to Humility, which is down there. Onwards! Oh. Moving on. Yes. Yes, indeed. I don't want to go do my taxes. I have to do my taxes after the stream. I need to get that done today. Where? I don't wanna. What's my favorite race in game? Honestly, it's kind of hard to say because I do play everything. But yeah, favorite playable race. Well, it would probably be any of the elves and the Worgen. Probably, but I would default to. Yeah. Which is funny because I don't play. Are you Alliance mainly? Technically yes, just because, like, my main is a human, so I do mainly Alliance stuff, but half of my class mains are Horde. So I play everything. In fact, I used to main Horde back in, you know, temporarily back in, was it Legion? Yeah. I raided as Horde. But I play everything, honestly. Have you considered Undeath for your human? I have indeed. He is a Lich in RP. So if Sexy Nathanos options ever become available, and they can be Paladins and Alliance, then that's what we'd go with, because he's an Archlich in RP. I heckin' loved Nathanos. You and me both. Like, I know a lot of people didn't like him, but he was kind of an asshole, and that's kind of why I liked him. Like, I don't know. There was just something about him. I liked him. I can see what Sylvanas liked in him. That's why I liked him. Right, exactly. Like, he didn't... It was like, oh, champion, I'm so glad you're here. No, he didn't put up with that. He was just like, I hate you. You know it. Let's get this over with. I kind of liked that about him. It sentenced you to therapy? What? Why? I like villains. I like me a good villain. Most of my characters in RP are actually villains, so yeah. Surprise. I'm a villain. During the pre-patch stuff where you killed him, I was there to get the transmog but was crying all the way through. It's not personal. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. What are we doing here? Manifestation slain. And then ritual stopped. Okay. I see. Teaches how to play villains. I mean, you just have to love black magic. Conquering. Corrupting. I like playing the shadowy manipulative kind. You know, the ones that are like, they like making deals, you know, trade for power. I love it. I have quite a wide array of villains, honestly. I don't really have any way I can teach you. You have to like it, but, you know. Also not seeing him in SL was such a kick in the teeth. I know, he was supposed to go to the MOG to meet with Sylvanas. Like, that was the point of him dying, but he just never... I guess he got cut or something. Crossroad Demon? I'm not sure what that is, but sure. I like villains because they're normally misunderstood and seen as the underdogs. Yeah, if they have a good, like, compelling, relatable story, those are the villains I like. I don't like villains who are just evil because they like mustache twirling. Those irritate me. Not gonna lie, I was not a huge fan of Thanos. Yeah, he's a very love him or hate him type of person. I think Sylvanas is the same way. Like, I can't stand Sylvanas. I've never liked her. Even before she died. She was kind of a bitch. Because I know their history. But I do kind of like the thing that she and Thanos had. I like that part. Sylvanas is a cutie. Yeah, I see a lot of people will think that because, you know, like, visually, she's very appealing. I just don't like her character. I love the analogy of the mustache twirling. Well, you know, just mustache twirl. You know. Cutest horde war chief to date. Aw. Nah, come on. Thrall's the cutest war chief. He's such a royal bundle of muscle. Yes, he is. Sylvanas was a waste of potential. Yeah, I feel that too. I love Sylvanas as well. I chose to be a Sylvanas loyalist when that was a thing. Happily gassing my own army. See, I can't stand her. I don't like any aspect of her, honestly. But I've never really liked bitchy women either. They turn me off, like, hardcore. So, not a fan. Not a fan. But Vol'jin was that spice. I like Vol'jin. I don't know, he was alright. I do think he was done dirty, but I don't know, I didn't really feel anything for him. I don't have the connection to him like a lot of folks do. He didn't really jive with me. But I've never really super been into trolls either, even though I do like them. I have fun when I play my trolls. Alright. I'm supposed to... No, that's a very different thing here. It's for the world quest. I don't need that. I need to charge a little more. Here we go. There are very few characters that I thought were okay characters. Gotcha. There's a lot of characters I really like, but, you know. She was so sassy. I enjoyed her in Siege of Argamar because she had some fantastic dialogue at the beginning of Lorthamar about raising her dead troops, and now he'd make a rather attractive corpse. Yeah, I thought that was just creepy. I was like, ew. Man, I missed all the lore. I gotta catch up. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out there, definitely. And he would. Yeah, I'm sure he would. I don't doubt it. But, ew. Talk about creeper. Yeah, what character was done well all the way through except Arthas and Illidan, please? Yeah, there's not very many, honestly. Like, Illidan I would definitely say even kind of suffered in the middle there. I've always liked Illidan, though. And Arthas even got done dirty in Shadowlands, so there's that, too. Although that's not because of his character, that's just... because Blizzard decided to not like him for some reason. Come here, you. Alright, got that. Alright. All I know is Jaina Proudmoore. Yeah, she's alright. I like her, but I'm not like, you know, sold. She's okay. That's the kind of the funny thing. I don't like a lot of WoW's main plot characters. Not super into a lot of them. Everything I like about WoW is the lore, the history, the background, you know, backstory, characters that aren't even around anymore. One of my favorite characters is Ashara. I do love Ashara. I like her. I like angry Jaina. See, I hated it. That made me dislike her even more. We definitely have opposite tastes there, Curious Norge. I can't be more proud of Jaina. Ah, funny. The musical moment Jaina had lifted such against a wall against her for me, I cringed at musicals so hard. What? I liked that. I thought that was cool. Oh heck, I'm excited to see Ashara again. Yeah, she didn't seem super interesting, Jaina. See, Jaina's fine. I really liked her in BFA. I hated her in MOP. And before that, I didn't care too much for her because I thought she was a pacifist. So. But in BFA, I liked her. I like BFA plus Jaina. She's one of the few that, for me, improved. She actually had some growth. Oh, there we go. Alright. We need... Oh, we need to break the anima collectors. Whoops. There we go. I think you and I embody the Alliance and Hard respectively. Possibly. Like, I don't know. I don't like a lot of the main characters, even of the Alliance, honestly. Like... And personally, I can't really say that the Forsaken and the way they were with, like, Sylvanas' Forsaken embodies the Horde. Because personally, I think Garrosh embodied the Horde more than Sylvanas ever did. They're kind of their own thing. They always felt too separate to me. Felt like they should be a third faction. But, you know. What do you do? Am I supposed to do something here? No. Okay, just wait. What's wrong with pacifists? I mean... Considering we live in World of Warcraft. I don't know what to tell you. Considering changing topic randomly, that's a really cool mount animation. What, this one here? Where you get on, it jumps up and it just appears? Yeah. This is the Demon Hunter mount. It's from their class hall. Absolutely love it. So we're agreeing that more lore characters are actually mid at best. Oh yeah, I'd agree with that. The major lore characters. A lot of the characters I like the most, besides like the few big ones like Illidan and Arthas, are more of the background ones, honestly. Like, ironically, I'm a big fan of the Sargeras and the Jailer. And I say they're kind of background just because we don't see them much, but I liked Zoval. I like Sargeras. I thought they were cool. Undead were only a part of the Horde for the convenience. Yeah, pretty much. Like, that's how I saw it. Like, they only went there because the Alliance wouldn't take them and there was nowhere else to go. As far as, like, actually resembling the Horde, I never thought they did. I think they should have made their own faction, and that would have been cool to see a third party, a third faction, if you will. I don't know if they'll ever go that route. That ship has sailed, but, you know. Sarfang was a bit of a G. They are interesting, so mysterious. Id and Arthas are top tier characters at worst. Seeing a pattern, if they're ripped, Kraken likes them. It's not just if they're ripped, they have to have a good personality too. Like, I love the way Sylvanas looks. Physically, absolutely gorgeous. Drop dead gorgeous. Wish I could make a character that looked just like her. But I can't stand her personality. On the other hand, I don't particularly like how Ashara looks as a Naga, but I like her character. She's great. So, yes and no. Yes and no. That would be awesome, right? I know! They're evil Kraken. They are indeed. And vanilla playing a Forsaken is actually a hindrance because they have less reputation naturally with other Horde races. Really? I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't play Classic long enough. Where am I going here? Oh, I have to go to the Maw. Arrow. I was just blindly following the arrow like a dum-dum. Okay, let's go over to the flight point. Whoopsie. I really wish our whistles worked here. I miss using the whistle. Bring back the whistle, please. Something for everything, which is an immersive thing. I like it. If you couldn't tell, I'm a huge Forsaken stan. And there's nothing wrong with that, Norge. Like, just because we disagree on things doesn't mean I see anything wrong with that. Because if someone's gotta like them, you know what I mean? There's something for everyone. Alright, let's fly to Oribos. Oribos! And that's why I love this game, because we're all unique, right? Exactly! Unique in our own way. Jaina sucks because she is a manipulative, vengeful mess who acts strong but is weak. I think she's a lot deeper than that. She has a lot of history. So you might want to look into her lore just because she's long... Like, I understand where she's coming from. We'll put it that way. Jaina has had a long history with trying to bring peace between the Horde and Alliance, which I can respect because I agree with. However, I think she kind of took the wrong approach, you know? And because she just tried to stop the fighting instead of trying to mend the wounds, if you will. And it was a blood feud, especially back when she was younger. And then, having, Theramore bombed and her dad die, not in that order, but, all that different stuff happened. I get why she just kind of exploded and became super evil Jaina back in MOP. I get it. Doesn't mean I like it, but I get it. So, she's got some layers, which I can respect. I mean, she's still kind of meh for me, but I can respect it. Oh, unique snowflakes, yes. I will never get over how cute my cat is when he sleeps and acts out. Aw. Unique in that you're flying on cool mounts and I'm simply trying to remove my own jaw. True that. True that. Oh, sorry, no political meaning there. I just meant we're all special. No. I didn't see any political. You're fine. Who was that lady that betrayed Jaina's mother? She was cool. Ashvane. Back in BFA, Lady Ashvane. I liked her too. I thought she was interesting. I'm really kind of annoyed that she got just kind of shot under the bus at the end of BFA. Turned into some coral beast, and that was the end of it. I really thought she was going to be like some epic badass pirate queen. And she was going to be like, she'd be so cool as a long-term villain. Like, we need more secondary long-term villains. We don't need to have every villain be the worst ever. You know what I mean? We need someone out there that's an issue for us so that we have a reason to stay grounded once in a while. Because trust me, I love the cosmic trips. I liked Shadowlands. I liked VoD with the timey-wimey wibbly-wobbly stuff. But it is nice to come back every once in a while and have a reason. Like, imagine a pirate expansion and Lady Ashvane is a serious threat because she united all of the pirate clans and amassed using Azurite, because that's what she wanted, was Azurite. Using Azurite made steamships and frickin' Azurite cannons with nuclear power, and she's a real threat. And now we have to shut down all of our naval stuff because she took over our fleet, and, that would be cool. And she's somewhat allied with the Naga, so they're there too. I don't know. I just feel like she could have been something much more. So, that's just me, I guess. For the life of me, I don't remember Jaina between Wrath and BFA. Well, up until MOP at least, there wasn't much of Jaina, I think. She was pretty background. In MOP at least, she was... You see her as Alliance, obviously. She was really hecklin' Varian. And even did a massacre in Dalaran. Killed a lot of blood elves. Just frickin'... It was literally a bloodbath. Just went around murdering innocent people. That was great. I don't like how she was written in MOP at all. It was so against her character. But, whatever. Alright, what do I need to do here? Let's see, not return lost souls. I need captured Forsworn and kill... Okay, I see. That's her. She was a very early disliked, like Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Yeah, but like she was smart was the thing. I like smart villains. I don't like just mustache twirlers, like, meh, I have a bomb. No, she actually like had plans. She was trying to overthrow and manipulate a throne, a monarchy, and that's cool to me. She was doing pretty good. I agree. We need some more long-term haters. We really do. We need, like, not everybody on Azeroth is gonna be our bestie just because we're the champions. I mean, obviously, like, we have, you know, the Primalists and stuff, but I mean, like, individual characters behind all of that. Like, who's leading the Primalists right now? Excluding the Incarnates, who don't really fit that. Like, is there a leader of the Primalists? I don't know. You know? I don't know. Totally agree. Where are we at here? Imagine if Illidan was a long-term villain. See, I don't like Illidan as a villain, though, personally. That wasn't really what he was aiming for. Is he a jerk sometimes? Yeah. But that's not, like, that wasn't his purpose. He just wanted to save Azeroth and was willing to do anything to do so, you know. That's why I didn't really care for BC, because frankly, BC did Kael'thas and Illidan dirty. And all they were trying to do, even if they went too far, was save their people. But, you know, what do I know? Interesting twist of events. Right, yeah. Kraken needs to work with Blizzard when it comes to story. Well, ironically, I have an entire degree in creative writing for entertainment, which is like scripts, movie, and television, and novels. Because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to actually be a plot, story, and quest writer, as well as a lore developer for a game company. But when I interned for a little while and learned how cutthroat and awful it actually is to work in that environment, I decided not to. It's like, nope. So, you know, I changed my mind. Solving war crimes with war crimes, pretty much. I mean, that's kind of like the best part of it. You can keep the war in Warcraft, absolutely. I'm by no means saying that has to go away, nor should it. We just need to shift focus on some things. We need more little bad guys, not just one big mega. Like, we need both. But, I don't know. I feel like they're afraid to keep new villains because the old ones they kept for too long and kept amping their power until they became basically gods and tried to give them redemption arcs. Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, I get it. Like, there's a fine line, but there is something to be said about that mustache-twirling villain, even if they are smart. That does keep coming back, and you're like, oh my word, you again? Like, on a jokey side of things, Millhouse Manastorm. For the longest time, I was like, ugh, this guy. But he's come back so many times by this point, I'm like, haha, hey, it's Millhouse again. What's up, dude? You know? Like, I don't know, admiration through familiarity, I guess. If that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't make characters as jokey as him, but I hope you get the idea at least. Or like Ganondorf of frickin' Legend of Zelda. There's so many different iterations of him. I don't know, I like villains that come back, I guess. They don't have to necessarily come back either. They don't ever have to die in the first place. Just other various villains that lead things. Like, what happened to Death's Hammer? What happened to the Twilight cultists? Who's leading them now? Like, what happened to the Necromancers? The Death Speakers? We have a lot of evil factions. But they're just kind of in and out. Speaking of, hi Helia. Oh, laughs and Horde. Yeah, no kidding. I don't know. No reason to even have a naval fleet. We just gotta send the top 25 MSI raiders to go kill the big boss, and the rest of us can go eat Alterac cheese and get drunk off Ironforge brew. Like, yeah, see? That's my point. That's why we freaking need, lore-wise, like a villain, like a few villains that are actually around to heckle us once in a while. Like, I think that's why, like Lady Onyxia and a few others are so kind of loved, because they were personal. They got down and deep with the people, if you will. And that's a very interesting side. I'm quite over the sudden world threat we've never heard of being the boss of the X-Pack. Totally understandable. Also, when are we getting a female end boss? I'm waiting, Blizzard. I mean, we kind of had one. Sylvanas was at the end of Sanctum of Domination. She kind of was. We just didn't actually get to deal with her properly. They just kind of tossed her into the maw. was like, okay. Alright. Her will afflicted. I need to turn this in. Where do I turn this in? It says up. Hollow. Clea. Where do? Okay, there it goes. It was Uther. I was like, hello? There we go. Alright, Clay, let's get out of here. Anyway, where are we at here? Rathian kind of filled Illidan's snarky, deviant shoes. He did, but I really dislike the writing they've been doing with him this expansion. I'm really annoyed with that, honestly. Kalik has gotten a wonderful glow up. I like him, but I'm really disappointed with what they've done with Rathian, because they really kind of unwrote all of the character growth he had in BFA. So that's a different topic entirely. But, you know, he's so cool. Thank you, cool name. Third mount. So much gold we made. Nice! Congrats! World of Friendcraft doesn't have the same ring to it. Like, we can still be allied as factions. That's the thing. Like, we can still have faction unity to a point. We don't need to dissolve the factions to get along. I just would prefer if we had villains that were outside of our own factions. And even some from within. We can have extremists. You know? I just want to be able to play together with both factions, but also be able to fight against common enemies.
Job's done.
There we go. Scarlet Crusade would be a top contender for coming, which I'm excited for. Yeah, absolutely. I love the Scarlet Crusade. That's another top one that I would love to see. I kind of wish Whitemane was still leading it, but, you know. Back to Elysian Hold. Okay, I can Hearth. So, yeah, I'm totally with you there. I'd make a faction that's basically a guild that imitates the way a normal guild is. Always in competition, trying to be the best champion, getting ahead, stealing loot sometimes. Maybe sabotaging the champion, nothing kill on sight worthy. Yeah, we can have some of those. That sounds like a, I don't know what to call it. Like a fighters guild type of thing. Okay, let's empower the crest. So I'm totally fine when we have big cosmic villains. I like those. I do. So there's some of my favorites, like Sargeras and Zoval. We just need a mixture. You know? A mixture of things. And a little bit more consistency. Because that's kind of the thing. I feel like they said this once before, but they write each expansion as if it's the last. Which is not really quite healthy for the longevity. I don't know if they're still taking that approach. I feel like they've mentioned that before and they want to do more continuity between expansions after Dragonflight. Do I have to walk with you? Yeah. No? Yes? No? What am I doing here? Summon the Paragons. How do I summon them? How do? Oh! I touched the bell. It's so bright here I couldn't tell. There we go. Do I talk to you again? No. Okay. There we go. I love the Paragons, they're so cool. World of Friendcraft, sure. Team Rocket. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a Team Rocket duo in WoW. Because that could be like the low tier villains. We need some low tier, some mid tier, and then we have our upper tier world enders that come around once in a while. If you have a mixture of everything, then, you know, makes for a more deeper plot, deeper storytelling. Fight Club? Yeah, exactly. What if Blizzard removed faction-based races and made it where you pledged allegiance to a faction, or you could not choose a faction and be a neutral character? End boss, there aren't end bosses. I suppose so. But, see, that's honestly what I would prefer. If I had to choose, like, I don't like that the factions are based on race, and they're not actually based on political fantasy and belief. Like, whether it's religious, whether it's political, more morality, I don't care. I wish that the factions were more based on that. Watchers gathered? Okay. Just because it would be more interesting rather than it being World of Racecraft. Because honestly, that's where it is. That's where all of the politics in WoW, you know, like fantasy politics, that's where everything is based. It's all race stuff. Which is really annoying, because if I happen to be an orc that maybe doesn't agree with the rest of my orc people or something, I don't have a choice. I'm bound by my race that I was born into. If I'm human, maybe I don't agree with the humans, and maybe I want to go join the orcs. I can't. I'm bound by the race I was born into. And that's always bothered me, because that's not very RPG-ish. You know? I don't know. The races are based on political beliefs, so that's how they were originally wrote. Well, sure, originally, but it's still race-based. It's still, you can't change your beliefs. You know? With the new vibrant hair color options, the people could RP as Team Rocket. They probably could, honestly. They probably could. Like, sure, they have, it's a, you know, they have it there, but it's still based on race. Like, we can't be friends with orcs because they're orcs. Because of their history. Like, alright. That seems a little narrow-minded. Some more flexibility would be nice. Agreed. Oh, I just noticed the time. We are over time. And I have to do my taxes, so I can't go over today. I have taxes to do. Blech. Alright, so that is that for the day. We are at time, so let's do a raid here. Let's see, I did Sandra yesterday, so let's do Persephone today. Let's do /raid. Whoops, if I do it properly. /raid Persephone. Alright, we're gonna do a raid on Persephone. I am going to pop out and go do my taxes, unfortunately. Blech. But I'm old. I don't like that they are merging them. I want my factions separate, and I want it to stay like that. I guess I'm just not that way. I've never been that way personally. But anyway, you all have a wonderful time. Here is my schedule. If you need to see the time I usually stream, it'll convert it to your time zone. So I will be here again tomorrow, because tomorrow is Friday. So you all have a wonderful night, and send Persephone my love. Thank you all for being here, and good evening. Farewell!
Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but you need to level 10 characters. Oh. Kraken! Welcome in, friends. Hello, Raiders. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're doing some fishing. Just don't read my hat. It's fine. The hat is not important.